Hello, this is Carlos Ramirez from BlueBox Insurance Broker. Today, I want to talk about health insurance, especially about the options that we already sent by email, presenting you different type and levels of coverage, because we are sending you information about different companies, but also levels of coverage. What you need to consider is that all the health insurance options that we sent by email includes pretty similar coverage as doctor visits, hospitalizations, emergencies, lab work, medicine, intensive care unit. Any type of medical need can be covered if it is justified with symptoms and with a diagnostic. Why I am talking about that? Because preventive care in Ecuador is not covered. If you are going to see your doctor for an annual preventive checkup, basically you will need to pay up front. And if after the doctor appointment you get any treatment or diagnostic, basically can be covered for the insurance companies. If not, the insurance company not will pay for a reimbursement because will be a preventive checkup. The only preventive care that will be covered under the policies, all the policies, is mammograms, prostatic test, and pap test. Those are the preventive care that will be authorized in all the policies that we are presenting you. Another important thing is pre-existing conditions, because under the Ecuadorian regulations and the Ecuadorian law determines that the insurance companies will cover you $9,500, that is an estimate of 20 Ecuadorian basic salaries, to cover preconditions after the waiting period. The waiting period normally will be 2 years, is the maximum waiting period to cover pre-existing conditions. But we have an option available with Sweden Seguros described on the email that will cover you after 1 year. Now, what is a pre-existing condition? Pre-existing condition is symptoms. If you already have symptoms, you need to report it on the beginning of your contract. Permanent medications. If you are getting medications daily, you need to report it. Diagnostics. If you have hypertension, gastritis, any type of diagnostic, you need to report it. And surgeries. No matter when was the surgery, you need to report as a precondition. Sometimes the insurance company will say, okay, no waiting period for that, but we need to report everything. Something important to consider is that I will recommend keeping your medical history from your last country of residence, just in case, because later, if the insurance company consider necessary, they will require a clinic history from your last country of residence from 2 years or 3 years ago, especially when you have or you get a chronic diagnostic, a chronic disease, or a surgery. The insurance company can require more information. Then, as a recommendation, try to keep with you the medical history from your last country of residence. Now, we're talking about general coverage. Remember, any medical need justified by symptoms can be covered for the options for the health insurance plans here in Ecuador. Some plans will include benefits as dental benefit, funeral assistance, eyeglasses benefit. See, those are benefits that in the options that we sent are included. Okay, now, if you take a look to the email that we sent, you will find Sweden Seguros has the first option. Sweden is one of the stronger companies here in Ecuador, one of the most important companies in Ecuador. They are not only a health insurance company, they also offer car insurance, homeowners, and different type of insurance services. Then it's a strong company. They offer two type of plans. One is $5,000 coverage per incident, and the other one $10,000 per incident, with lower deductible, $100 and $150. Sweden is one of the companies that will cover you pre-existing conditions after 1 year up to a certain amount of money. Under the plan, Under the $5,000 plan, they will cover $2,000 after 1 year. Under the $10,000 plan, they will cover $4,000 after 1 year. And after 2 years, the limit on the first plan, $5,000, and on the other one, what the law determines, $9,500. It's a very interesting plan because in Ecuador, the medical treatments, normally small emergencies, doctor appointments, not are pretty expensive as in other countries. You know, a doctor appointment, $40, $50, broken arm, $2,000, kidney stone emergency, $3,000. Then $5,000 or $10,000 can be an option, an insurance option that will cover many medical requirements. Okay, now the next one is Vida Buena, $20,000 coverage per year. There is an important difference because it's $20,000 per year. Sweden offer you $5,000 and $10,000 per incident. Then Vida Buena, $20,000 per year, no deductible, and the insurance company also will cover you around whole Ecuador, and the other coverage are pretty similar to what we mentioned before. Confiamed is the next one. Confiamed also offer you $110,000 coverage per incident. This is a good option if you want to keep just one plan, stronger coverage for any type of medical need. With $110,000, basically you will be covered in any type of medical need as heart disease, back issues, cancer treatments will be enough coverage for all those type of treatments. Then it's a good option, Confiamed, and also one of the advantages from Confiamed is that they include travel insurance policy for free. Then they will activate a coverage up to $40,000, maximum 30 days per trip, 1 month per trip, and it's for free. You need just to report to us where you are going, when, and they will activate the coverage. The next one is Confiamed Major Medical Plan. It is a very important and very interesting plan also because Confiamed will cover you $500,000 with $5,000 or $10,000 deductible. Then, one of the main advantages with major medical plans is that the insurance company, when you have a claim more than the deductible, they will cover you 100% of your medical needs. Comparing with the other plans, basically you have 20% copay, 10% copay, but major medical plans, 100% coverage when the claim is more than the deductible. Okay? A good option here, I will be talking a little bit about how you can combine two plans, because it's a good way to save some money, to keep your rates under control, because if you get a major medical plan with $5,000 or $10,000 deductible, the premium will be lower. Why? For the deductible. But if you combine with Sweden $5,000 or $10,000 coverage, Sweden will pay for the deductible, and basically you can keep $500,000 coverage with lower rates. Combining two companies is a good way to consider to save some money, to keep rates down. If you compare those two policies combined versus one of the other options, you will see that the premium is a little lower, but the coverage is $500,000. And remember, when you combine two plans, both plans will pay for pre-existing conditions. Then you will get double coverage for pre-existing conditions. If you have some pre-existing conditions, can be a good option, combine those two plans. And finally, Bupa is one of the important companies also, and we have available a $55,000 plan with $500 deductible. Pretty similar in coverage, but we are including a deductible, no $5,000, no $100. We are considering $500 for the Bupa plan, $55,000 per year. It is what I can tell you about health insurance. Remember that if you are looking for something different, if you are looking for international coverage in the United States, we also work with Boomi, with best doctors, and we can find the perfect option for you. If you have any question, remember that we have a team, a bilingual team at your complete disposal. We are a BlueBox insurance broker, 13 years on the insurance market and more than 2,000 clients around whole Ecuador. We will be happy to help you. Thank you so much.